You're not meant to be in suffering and stagnation and frustration for your whole life. That's not what we're here for. So there's also a palmar print that can show up in the hands. So a palmar print is like a fingerprint pattern, but instead of being in the fingertips, it shows up in the palm surface. And there's one that is particularly challenging, and it's also fairly common to see in people's hands. It's called, we just nickname it the ego loop, but it represents somebody who will be extra hard on themselves. They get stuck in like this ego trapping, and they are not able to really recognize their divine self very easily. So they're really working on this on a soul level, because if it's a print, remember, it's coming in 5 months before birth and it's with you your whole life. So it's something you got it it's there for a reason, and it's there to help you to heal. So the ego loop, if you have it, it will look like a loop pattern. Here, let me just draw it out here for you. And if you're just listening, I will describe it. But it's a loop. So it's got these little circle, like a half circle, okay, pattern. And it's going to be located right underneath your Apollo finger, which is your ring finger. Okay. So your ring finger is how you show yourself to the world. It's your creativity. It's also your talent. Finger, Apollo is the god of the sun, representing that beautiful sun radiance that shines out to the world. Okay, so if you have a loop and it's right underneath this finger, that would be the ego loop. Okay, there's other loops that can show up and they're not directly under this finger. They might show up just a little bit off, like in between the fingers. That's a different loop. We call that one the loop of productivity. Or over here underneath, closer to the little finger, Mercury, we call that the loop of humor. And that represents more of a lighthearted energy. So we're talking about the one that might show up right underneath that Apollo finger. And it could be on either hand, by the way. It doesn't matter. It could show up on one or both hands, but it's a fairly common marker. So anyway, that's something to check for if you have that marker.